Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 194 Chatting and Stuff. I don't know about where y'all are, but it is cold. As my mom used to say, it's colder than a well digger's ass in the Klondike. And that's pretty damn cold. Um, she also would say it's colder than a witch's tit in a brass bra. Momisms, man. You gotta love them. Everybody's got momisms, right? We got quite a crowd already showing up. We got Telemachus. If I die before I wake, keep your damn hands off my game collection. It's not yours to take. Psalm 6000. Richard Keenan in the house. How can it possibly be Wednesday again already? I know, man. I know. Telemachus gives us a frowny face. Richard Keenan says, or as Dennis Miller once said, if I die before I wake, someone's getting an extra donut at breakfast. Got Chris Long, eh? He says, hello all. Percy's in the house. Hey, hey, hey. Minus 29 up in BC. Is that some of that Canuckistan temperatures, or is that real freedom units there, buddy? Um, Because either way, that's cold. But
That'd still
what
be
is
negative
colder?
20 Fahrenheit.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't matter. Cold is cold. Anything to me, anything below 45 is just unbearable. Um, 45 to about 55 is not great. Um, unless the sun, if the sun's out and there's no wind, I can deal with about 45. Um, now I used to not be able to. Growing up in Texas, no, that's winter. Original Grognard's in the house. How you doing, Devin? And Percy said he had a heat index of 86. Um, not quite sure where you are, but my dad, who lives in at Canyon Lake in Texas, between San Antonio and Austin, was at 76 today. So, and yeah, Canuckistan cold. Yeah, it is definitely chilly. So to keep our minds off of being chill, Percy's in Central Florida. Well, there you go. One of my favorite places is in Central Florida. I know I'm going to sound like one of those guys, but I love Disney World. Now, I don't like some of the changes that they've been making recently, but I've had some of my best vacations at Disney World. So, and I want to go back, not necessarily for Disney World, but for other things. I've got a friend that lives down in, was it Oviedo, whatever it is, it's Orlando area. We want to, and I want to take Donna out to the Kennedy Space Center.
I spent
She,
5 years
she's
down in Lakeland. It's a pretty
yeah,
cool area.
yeah. So she's never been. I've been there once. It was really interesting. That's back when the shuttles were still shuttling, and they had one on the launch pad while we went out to pad 39A from where they launched for the moon. So that was kind of cool. So I want to get her out there and see it. We've been to the Houston Space Center together a couple of times. So, but if you're cold and you want to get your blood pumping, what you need to do is break out your copy of, if I can find it. I know it's up here somewhere. I'm sure it's up here somewhere. Maybe, maybe. Bueller, Bueller. I can't find it. Anyway, go get yourself a copy of Arena of Blood. And right now is the perfect time to do that because right now, if you use the, and I need to pull it up. If you use the code at checkout, do 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 do. Arena 25, that's capital ARENA 25, at checkout, you will get a 25% discount off Arena of Blood until the 7th, which is Friday. So right now, if you don't have Arena of Blood yet and you want to get Arena of Blood, now is the time to do it because you will get a 25% discount off of that title when you use Arena 25 as your coupon at checkout.
That's a good one.
Like I said, I don't know where mine is. There's Starfighters, Core, Bigger Battles, Wasteland Warriors, Galactic Heroes 1, Galactic Heroes 2, Battlefield Alpha, Codex Galactica. I might have a problem. And that problem is I have... Oh, there it is. This... Oh, just for shits and giggles, this is a great resource book. Viva la Revolucion. It's... You don't even have to be using Fistful of Lead to get good information out of it. It's one of those titles that's out there that nobody seems to know about. But yeah, go out there and get that. So yeah, Arena of Blood. Get your blood pumping with Arena of Blood. Charles, hi, how you doing? 25% off right now. And as Mr. Wiley has stated, you can play, historical games of Arena of Blood using the gladiators, or you can do orcs and goblins and high elves and ogres and whatnot. You can use Star Wars. It is a great title with a 25% discount off right now. Arena 25, capital ARENA 25. At checkout, give you 25% off your copy of Arena of Blood. Head on over to wiley-games.com to get your copy. McMurray.
You guys talking about Coliseum of Guts?
Yes.
Nice.
You play Arena of Blood to get your blood heated up in this cold ass winter.
Remember that day like 2 days ago when it was 75 degrees and amazing?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. They teased us.
And then today I was standing outside all day and 30 and raining.
Oh, fuck
Yep.
that. You know what? I'm really glad I don't care about monetization on this channel. Because then I couldn't say fuck all the time.
Such is life. I've definitely seen some monetized channels that do, but I feel like they also have a whole lot more stuff going. Whatever, dude. Don't matter.
It's
Right.
that you can't cuss within the first 5 minutes of stream, I think, or something.
Oh, well,
I don't.
fuck, we're good then. We're at 8 minutes in, so we're golden.
I was about to say,
Says,
we're going to have like a running counter.
yeah. Scholar Gremlin says AOB isn't quite my cup of tea. It feels too missing a little something for my taste, but that being said, it's still the best gladiatorial system I have come across. Well, there you go.
It's certainly not the system for, I swing my Spatha at his right shoulder,
Right.
and that's fine. The cool part about Arena of Blood, and this is why I'm surprised Warmut hasn't already chimed in, he must be doing family stuff,
Yeah.
is that you can legitimately play like an entire gladiatorial contest and tournament in 2 or 3 hours. Start with a bunch of dudes. Brian and I were actually talking about that at one point in time, seeing how fast. I think I have 8 or 9 gladiators painted up. Actually, I got more than that. And that's not counting the beasts that are in the end. So I also have a bear My bear is a very, very large 28 millimeter bear versus my 35. Oh wait, what are these things? 54s. Sorry, long day. My 54 millimeter Gladiator. So it looks more like what you would probably reasonably find as a bear that could be captured in Central Europe and then transported to Rome.
Right.
But that's not that cool, to be honest with you. I've
No,
got.
because you want grizzlies mauling people.
Well, yeah, I mean, nobody wants to see you fight like an actual sized bear. Everybody wants to see you fight the behemoth out of the Revenant.
Right.
That's
I have
fine.
still yet to see that. And
You would enjoy it if,
as I said, I've got a buddy who's in it. I just haven't taken the time to watch it.
dude. I'm totally good buddies with Leonardo DiCaprio too.
No, not Leo. Moses brings plenty.
What?
Moses brings plenty.
I'm just giving you trouble. I've never met Moses. Anyways, no. But no, if for nothing else, it's kind of like it's visually a very impressive movie as well. It's a great movie, period. But
But
kinda
yes,
like how
you
I
could probably do Hugh Glass versus the Bear with Arena of Blood too.
you could probably do Hugh Glass and the Bear. Yeah, that's a
to
good
bring
point.
us back around. Sorry, since I'm the one that got us off topic.
Yeah. But my point is, like, actually, I can count that up. I think I see 5 gladiators there. I think I have 5 downstairs, and then a bear, and then I do have a lion and a tiger that I printed that I need to paint. Because I think that covers the 3 animal types that are actually in the book. The other thing that we were talking about was, since the Romans, the only other animal that any of us could think that the Romans ever put into an arena was, what if we printed an elephant and made a card for an elephant?
Right.
Um,
Well, in Gladiator 2, there's sharks.
I have not seen Gladiator 2. How on earth did the Romans get a fucking shark?
I don't know.
They just pumped an area full of water until they got a shark in there and then quickly unpumped it. I don't know.
No, I mean, I understand how the Romans could catch a shark. It's getting a shark to the Colosseum. No, do they have a mock naval battle?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, then they gotta have sharks, dog. You couldn't make a modern movie where you have a mock naval battle without sharks.
Agreed.
Did they
But-
actually put sharks in there for the?
No.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
I'm just curious.
That's my point. The logistics to that, especially a shark that could then bite a person, would be just atrocious. That's hard enough to do in the modern day when we have, helicopters with slings under them and shit. Like if you claimed you had an arena in Ostia that was on the water, maybe, but even then, that seems like it would be a beyond daunting task. But yeah, let me go count the gladiators I've got downstairs too, because some of them are still downstairs because I painted them for the mini Warmut challenge
Yeah.
in September.
So Charles says he's not doing well. It looks like their 16-year-old dog is at his last times. I'm sorry to hear that, Charles. That's always difficult when you know it's coming. Yeah, whether you know it's coming or it just is a surprise. Either way, it's not a good time.
Sorry to hear that, Charles.
So, Chris Long says, I'm almost finished printing all the stuff that goes on my miniature table, and I'm installing all the wiring and power cables and lights. Very cool.
Nice.
Very cool. Hexy's in the house. How you doing, Hexy?
11 gladiators and 3 animals. So if I
Very
find one
good.
more gladiator and one more animal, we could do a full 16 bracket.
Dude, elephants. Scala says, I mean, I would just make some house rules, but GW has led me to believe that if I play with my toys in an unpublished way, authors will come to my house and kick my puppy. Except Jay Wiley. Jay Wiley is of the mind that you bought the rules, they're your rules to fuck with, but at least use them, play them as written first, and then you can go mess around with them.
Yeah, so
Well-
you're not winding up with I have all these problems and questions.
Right, exactly. Did you play it the way it's supposed to be played first? No. Go back to your room, play with your toys the way you're supposed to play with them first. So,
And if somebody does come kick your puppy, I will personally lead an anti-puppy kicking squad.
there you go. He will go John Wick on their ass. He will go Reese Crawford on them.
I will bring Charlie and Leo too. It will not be a fun day.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I present to you our foreign correspondent,
All right.
John the Man Harrington. How you doing, sir?
Gentlemen, good morning, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I'm very well, thank you.
Man, it is so good to have you here.
I feel like the sophistication of this stream just went up about.
Dog, yeah, we just got like 20 million sophistication points. We
Yeah,
have a
so-
British viewer now. He's on, but we have a British viewer now.
yeah. So, I mean, he brought us up by 20 million. He's only got like 15 of his own, so it kind of tells you where we started. You're looking good there, chap.
It's early morning here, so I'm surprised I'm looking anything at all, but try and get the camera sorted
Oh,
out.
look at that dapper motherfucker. Excuse you, gentlemen.
Well, it's,
Right?
that's called morning hair that's just been thrown some water at to keep it down. Huh?
that works.
No, man. Look at that guy.
Sort
Let's
out.
see.
Look at that guy. What are you hobbying on, Mr. Harrington?
I am busy working on. So I get the camera will stay where I want it to. I'm busy working on a diorama for this weekend's competition. There's a show in the UK called Beachhead down in Bournemouth on the south coast, if you're familiar with it. So I've been working on some characters. I've said some of you before, but if you're familiar with it, like some theatre characters. Let's see if
Hold
that's
on,
going to come into
Enlarging
focus.
you here. There we go.
Yeah, I was trying to play the focus game a second. Come on.
Oh wow!
Oh, man. What is that?
So that is officially it's like a Maid Marian character from a pantomime, if you're familiar with those. So you know a theatre stage. So she's pretty much done.
That's beautifully painted.
Thank you. There's it's a Robin Hood character. It's played by a female. Just British pantomime history. I have my Grand Vizier. So think Jafar from Aladdin. Oops.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
What on earth is going on? These are awesome.
It's a competition. My favourite one though is the pantomime horse.
No, nice.
Okay.
Hell,
Outstanding.
Can you see the expression on his face? He's looking a bit grumpy.
I wonder why.
Yes. Oh, that is
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Which is a
Oh.
brilliant. That's why I bought this set. That miniature, I saw that, and it just a friend had it at the week
Absolutely.
just after Christmas. So I now have one
Um,
more to do. This one arrived yesterday. I've had some problems with getting the right one. I had one sent through, and it was the wrong one. Then the casting was pretty bad. So this literally arrived yesterday. I got back home from a couple of days away with work at about 8 o'clock last night. This needs to be painted and ready to go into my diorama by first thing Saturday morning. So, and this is going to be, and we've had a conversation about this before, but this is going to be a pantomime Dane. So I've got pictures to explain what it is, because I know some of you aren't familiar with this in the US.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, it's British pantomime's big British tradition, and I'm sure other countries too. I'm not sure we're the only ones. But there's certain tropes. It's generally aimed for kids, but adults can go along too. And it's generally then we do like a version of Aladdin or Babes in the Wood or Robin Hood or something like that. And it's quite fun and slapstick. Best way to describe it.
Nice.
So there'll be someone will get captured. And there's always a bad guy, a Jafar, if you will, or a Grand Vizier, or the grumpy evil stepdad or something. And characters are played by opposite sexes. So Robin Hood, or the lead, as it were, male protagonist, is normally played by a female, and vice versa. Just one of those things. It probably goes back in history. But there's almost always a pantomime dame. So these are some of my pictures for my sort of my board of ideas. So you'd have characters like this. So generally dressed, and it's always like a washerwoman, or the friendly mother, or a friendly aunt, or something.
Right.
Plays high camp. So think like a sort of family friendly drag queen. Not saying the drag queens aren't family friendly, but you see bright colours,
Right.
ridiculous, over the top, always played by a male character, fairly sort of lively makeup.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yes, that would be a fairly close analogy.
Or what's his name in the stage adaptation of Grease?
In the stage adaptation.
Not stage adaptation, whatever the TV one was, and John Travolta ended up playing one of the female characters.
Not sure. But anyway, that's what's. So that's the one I'm trying to paint up. But I have got my this is not quite finished. Clear as I put it together. So this is my little mini. Oops, that's in. This is my mini stage I've made to put them on as a base, as it were, for the competition.
Oh damn, John!
So I mean, there's certain tropes within the Panto theme that at some point someone will go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please tell me when the Grand Vizier appears, and he'll appear on stage behind. Everyone goes, he's behind you, or she's behind you. The character will then turn round as the bad person walks off stage, and they go, oh no, he isn't, and they go, oh yes, he is, and it's a call and response thing, very familiar, hence the title. So yeah, this is my stage for my images. I've got quite a bit of work to do on this. The scary bit to do on this, which is darkening it, using an airbrush to sort of darken where the lights wouldn't be, as it were. So some bits are brighter than others.
Yeah.
So having painted that beautifully, I now need to, as it were, unpaint it at some stage, and that'll be the base, and the miniatures will be on here. So that's the aim. But I'm quite pleased. I quite like the backdrop, because bizarrely, because I've done quite a bit of theatre work backstage and technical side of it. I've painted this almost exact one for real on a full-size theatre several times, so it felt quite fun. Doing a miniature version felt quite fun.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what I've been working on. So quite a little bit of work to go, but this last figure finally arrived. It's not perfect. It's still got a few issues. I've tried to sand it down.
I would hate to be going up against that, because I don't see how it doesn't win.
Well, thank you. I mean, I know I am not the best painter. I could practice long and hard for a good few years, and I could get a lot better painter. But I try and do things that are fun or make me smile. And if someone looks at this on Saturday and goes, "That's a bit silly, I like it," you know what? Mission accomplished.
Story of my life, Mr. Harrington.
Yep. I've done a few of these. I've got one of the games I play, Antares. In fact, I tell you what. Talk to yourself. I'll go and get a couple for you and show you the sort of style which is John's style. Back in a second.
Sure. Scalagram says, "What? Read the rules before posting 86 questions in the Facebook group."
Someone has been to the Wiley Games Facebook page.
What's that?
Scalagram, something tells me you're very, very familiar with the works of one Nick Niscati.
Yeah. And then Percy says, "Stream just went legit with the token Brit."
He's not a token. Like, he's been here since the start. That's the cool part. We just don't get to see him very often.
Right, because, time.
If anyone is the token Brit, I'd say Todd's probably the closest, because he's all sophisticated and shit, but he lives in Missouri.
Right, exactly. Scallon also says, "Random Brit appears. All players must immediately hand over one cultural artifact."
Love you to the banjo.
Joke's on you guys. We got a bunch of their flags and bullshit.
Yep. He also says they're absolutely awesome miniatures, John.
Thank you. Okay, you got. Here we go. So,
oh shit.
So the character you can see here. I'm trying to give you a bite.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly in focus, John. You're golden.
Yeah, it's a miniature that they produced for. It's part of bolt action. I think these are Japanese characters who can phase through walls. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
quite.
the Conflict 47 dudes.
Yes, it's on Conflict 47. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
so I quite liked it. So I thought, well, wouldn't it be funny if we had one who's phasing through an outhouse?
Oh, there you go.
Hey, people know you're coming through the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just smart.
Whoops.
Like,
There was then the one of Warhammer Christmas, the Christmas characters where they will produce the gobbo, the red gobbo.
yeah.
So I had him landing on board a hot fire when he came down the chimney.
Hell
There you
yeah.
go.
Then some of you know I play Antares, sci-fi game Antares, written by Rick Priestley.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They have these characters called the Gar who have these big like robot suits. So I thought, well, wouldn't it be funny if one got it wrong and ended up stuck in the mud?
There you go.
Could hear the frog laughing. And there's
Yeah.
a frog. Hell
There's
yeah.
a little frog in the corner, yeah.
Yeah.
And my favourite one, so one of the Gar characters, they're like little green or skin colour goblins. Think of them as orcs, if you will. I'll probably get told off by Rick for saying that, but they're very warlike characters. But I thought, well, at some point they can't always go to war. At some point, they've got to go on the holidays.
Hell yeah. The foam fingers make me incredibly happy. Is that a thing at sporting events over there too, or is that
It's not. I stole that from you from you Americans. That one.
There you go. There's our cultural artifact, guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So things like that.
Badass.
They're painted
Yeah.
very okay. I'm quite happy with them. But they're not. They could be better painted. I can see things I can do better. Some skills I just don't have. My wet blending, one day I'll learn to master it, but hasn't happened yet. But yeah, that's the sort of thing I do. I'm not going to win, but I want to make. I can make myself smile, and perhaps someone else smiles. Then say, yeah, if the world's a slightly happier place, is that a bad thing?
Hell
Not a
yeah.
bad thing at all. I like it. I like it a lot. Frenchie LaBouffe says John Travolta played Edna Turnblad in the 2007 musical movie Hairspray.
That's what
Yes. That would be pretty much spot on. Yes, good description. Thank you. Sorry, whoever posted that was.
that was me. I'm Reese. I'm just very uncultured in television and movies, so that's why I didn't get
Yeah.
it right.
And then, like I said, Frenchie comes in with the solid knowledge there. So,
Now, is Frenchie somebody I should know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Welcome to the stream, Frenchie.
Yes, welcome, sir and or ma'am, or anywhere in between.
Is Frenchie LaBouffe a Canadian? Are you one of the Quebecs, Frenchie? Because it's Frenchie LaBouffe, but then the picture looks like a dude in a hockey helmet. So
It looks
maybe
like it might be Chevy Chase.
We got a Quebecer, maybe. That'd be pretty cool.
It is Chevy Chase in a hockey gear.
I'm still hoping we've got a Canadian viewer, or a second Canadian viewer, that is, because we
Well,
certainly
second
have
one
Mr.
tonight.
Walkabout hanging out.
Yeah.
We usually got 2 or 3 Canadians, don't we?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just mean right now because we got the one, the only Chris Long, and we might have another. That'd be cool.
Cool.
Well, and of course, I've already talked about one of my sponsors with the Arena of Blood discount right now, but of course the other one is Geek Gaming Scenics.
Heck yeah.
Head on over to Geek Gaming Scenics. Well, not you, John, but for those of us on this side, Geek Gaming Scenics or geekgamingusa.com. And go get yourself some of their base ready material. I really like using the Mediterranean on my Star Wars dudes.
So it started in the UK, Chris. I know it well.
Yes, yeah, Luke APS is who started it all up, and I guess they're still selling it over there. So Frenchie is from Thunder Bay. That's just north side of Lake Superior.
Is that Ontario, I believe?
Yes, that would be Ontario. So, I mean, not too bad.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's one of Chevy Chase's aliases in Fletch,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
is which is a
Still,
very underappreciated movie.
Is that
Fletch,
the
It's
one
all
we
Fletch
hold?
lives. Both of them are phenomenal.
Yeah. Is
yeah.
that when he holds up his ID? They ask him for his ID, and he holds up his wallet, and it just kind of flips down with like a dozen different IDs of people on it,
Right.
isn't it?
Yeah. He's there to inspect the Fetcher valve, but it's all ball bearings these days. So,
Moon River.
uh, now I'm gonna have to go watch that movie again. Oh my
I think it's
gosh.
free on Tubi right now.
I think so. If I well, I got a buddy who I am. I probably shouldn't say it. Well, you're not gonna know who the
Yeah.
buddy is, so I'm gonna say it. He's got a Plex server at home that
Yeah.
he lets me connect to. So, I mean, if there's a movie out there, then it's probably on that server.
Gotcha.
So I'll probably go watch it this weekend over there. Um, but yeah, GeekGamingUSA.com with the fast drying basing glue along with the base ready material. You can't go wrong. As I've
Yeah, it's
said,
good stuff.
as I've said many times, make your crappy models look good, your good models look great, and your great models look fucking fantastic. So, because I definitely have I'm definitely running with the making your crappy models look good. So, there you go. I shouldn't say that. I think he turned out pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Can you hold it back up again, Chris? Sorry, I
Yeah.
was looking away from the screen.
Yeah, here we go.
Very cool.
Except for the gold bands in his head tendrils there, and the lightsaber hilt, that is 100% painted with contrast paints.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
So, Skylar Gremlin likes him also. So, yeah, it makes good models look great. So, I think I'm going to start painting up more Star Wars again. I'm back ready to hop on. It's been a while since I've painted them up. I need to get to printing on some and get painting on others, and yeah, I think it's time for more Star Wars.
Hell yeah.
well, why
being
not?
that it's the best set of movies ever, in my humble opinion. Well, some of them are.
Some of them are.
Some of them are. Whole,
We're a mature club here. we know which ones don't officially exist.
4 out of 6 ain't, or 4 out of 7 ain't bad.
Yeah.
And I do like the animated series, both Clone Wars and Rebels. I'm a huge fan of Rebels. I really enjoy it.
You just like Tim Curry voicing Palpatine.
Well, that.
Well, I'm failing to see a problem with that statement. I mean,
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that's what tipped the scale.
And Sam Whitworth voicing Darth Maul. So hey. Yeah, we're and then what else am I going to be working on? I'm helping Reese brainstorm what to do for March to Victory because, by the way, Mr. McMurray, if you hadn't heard,
I did.
Reese will be at March to Victory.
I did hear that. Unfortunately, circumstances have changed here. I'll still be at March to Victory, but I don't think I'll be able to bring the big 6 mil game I was hoping to because most of my efforts for the next 3 to 6 months are going to be on household stuff, which is fine. I'm just going to have to use one of the, bundles of miniatures and whatnot that I've used in the past, which is perfectly fine because there's a lot.
Well, I'll be running a 3 mil game, but it will be air combat. So
Well, that's
3
fair.
mil.
1/600 scale. So like the tumbling dice stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was just thinking how small are the miniatures in that, and of course, yes, it'll be it'll be vehicles and things, won't it? Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, John, if you want 2 millimeter ground combat, I've got lots and lots and lots of 2 millimeter American Civil War miniatures, and lots and lots of 2 millimeter ancients.
Hey, I've got an entire core in 1-to-1 in 2 millimeter in my pantry. So
Mine are all painted and based. I got that going for me. I did do that
Yeah.
because that's
you know,
28 mil or bigger.
just go grab my bag of basmati and we're good to go.
thank you, Mr. Paul, Mr. Beccarelli.
Yep.
The best unboxing I've ever seen was Warlord's new 2 millimeter Napoleonic French.
that was fantastic.
Skylar Gremlin says I actually get angry about how much I ended up liking Rebels. I wanted to hate it so much, but it got so damn good. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yeah, Scala. 2 millimeter infantry, aka rice.
Very bumpy rice. Yeah.
So as y'all know, because most of y'all saw me do my unboxing, I got World War 85 Blood and Fury finally. And for those of you that don't know, the box is massive. But I was able to get everything into 3 of these boxes. Now, I probably could have condensed it down to smaller, but I did break it down to where, excuse me, each individual unit is in its own little compartment. So, for instance, it's only 5 counters, but that's the entirety of the whatever unit it turns out to be that's got the yellow band on it of what is that, chieftains,
Something like that.
challengers. So I've been thumbing through the rule book again, thumbing through the scenario book, and hopefully in the not too distant future I can convince Donna to sit down with me and play one of the starting scenario. Learn how to play the game. So we're hoping to see what transpires there. I think these guys. This guy might be who I paint up next.
Looks good.
It's from the original box set.
Chris, in your World at War.
What's that?
What trays did you use in World at War? Are those Chessex or GMT or?
Oh, my boxes. They're the 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're the 32 compartment bead boxes from Walmart.
Oh, there you go. I think that's how Jeff organized his too, was by core and everything. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's what I use for Storming the Gap.
There you go. Yeah.
So
The Jeffrey method.
can't go wrong with that. Now I'm a little bummed because I've got this one's all complete, and it's got the foot stirrups.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the other one, but no foot stirrups.
Oh,
Oh.
So
Oh,
what I'm
man.
gonna-
Speaking
what
of
I'm gonna probably do
slapstick,
is measure it out and see if I can't figure out how to create it in one of the 3D things and print one up.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, speaking of slapstick, Mr. Harrington, I 100% have Ewoks on speeders that are printed with their
Yeah.
feet and butts up out of the chair, just like
Nice.
holding on for dear life to the control arms. Yeah, that was one of the trollier armies I've ever painted up.
I need to start printing 54mm Star Wars.
Oh god.
God, you could burn through all resin doing that.
Oh, that's all right.
So I'm also going to be printing up some
3mm
planes for Reese,
Thank you.
including this little guy right here.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
The goblin.
It really is a grain of rice with wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing, it is to scale, and it is a massive 7 millimeters long and 10 millimeters 10 millimeter wingspan.
I still have trouble believing that they actually managed to get the pilot sitting with his feet together in that thing, as opposed to having to sit astride some sort of
The engine.
mechanical device. Yeah.
Nobody over 5'7" could fit in it.
So it's like a T-34.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
But also be printing up a couple of these jet-powered Saabs.
Those look fantastic.
Nice.
And then the ever popular Japanese Shinden.
The Pusher-Prop Canard fighter?
Yeah. This one right
Is
here.
that a Japanese fighter from 46?
Yes. They got
Yeah.
2 of them off the ground, though.
I believe those are called artificial reefs. Or VT fused test beds, one of the two.
Yeah. And then the Northrop I don't fucking remember, but they're jet-powered flying wing fighters.
Yeah.
Built by Northrop.
Yeah.
That would be really fun to put up against my Gotha HO flying wings.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get some of those printed up because he's wanting to do some weird war. 47, 48, 49 type stuff, which these fall right into.
I've got moon bats and whatever the weird tri-jet German VTOL fighter thing is.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Didn't that actually the wings actually spin around the fuselage and made it? That was just fucking weird.
Dude,
Well,
the amount of meth the Nazis were on, I understand.
I was about to say. I mean, not only were their infantry and armor units hopped up on meth, amphetamines, but their design engineers were getting a little of the nose candy going too.
Yeah, because I mean, if we need a wing and we need something that spins, why don't we just spin the
Make
wing?
the wind spin. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes the most sense, right?
Efficiency, and then over-engineer it because we're German.
Yeah, right.
Make it impossible to mass produce. No question, no way.
Well, and not only not be able to mass produce it, but not be able to repair it in the field.
Yeah. Or just in general, but yeah. Yeah. Rough days. Sucks to be a German.
Meanwhile, while Tiger tanks like Subarus, you can just not Tiger tanks, Sherman tanks like Subarus, you can just take apart the front yard and put it all back together.
Correct, yeah.
Right? You're talking about working on a Subaru. That reminds me. The first week I was down at Texas A&I in Kingsville. I had pledged my dad's fraternity, and I'm sitting at the fraternity shack because it by no means could be considered a house. It fit the literal term shotgun shack, right? Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and our alumni. What was his title? Basically, he was alumni advisor. Came up and said, "You know anything about cars?" I was like, "A little." It's like, "I need you to come check out. Something's not right with my Subaru." Okay, how much different can a Subaru be from a Toyota? Right? I'm driving it. It's 1989. I'm driving a 1980 Toyota Celica. Right? So how much different could it be? He said, "Well, what's it doing?" It's like, "Well, I'm hearing this. I'm having problems with the engine." Okay, well, pop the hood. Let's take a look. He pops it open, and if anybody knows anything about Subarus from that time frame, that's where they kept the spare tire is on top of the engine. And he pops up and opens the hood and is like, "Well, there's your problem. You got a spare tire where your engine's supposed to be." He said, "God damn it.
This is a comedian, not a mechanic."
Go do push-ups." Like, hey, first, you can't haze me. Second, I got a bad back. Go get me a beer. Turned out he needed to have his spark plugs cleaned.
That's not terrible. It's better than unclogging an exhaust system.
Yeah.
How does one clog a catalytic converter without the presence of meth heads?
Burning a lot of oil through an engine.
Yeah.
Or like my dad did in our 1979 St. Regis, running regular leaded gas in an unleaded engine.
That'll do it too.
That's fair, but nowadays you have to find leaded gas, and that's separate.
Right. I just add my own.
Now it's just you're running a little rich and burning too much oil.
Yep. So.
Wardrobe says, "Please tell me that Hexy is coming on because he's a big time painter, airbrusher now again for a little while."
Dude, he is. He's been painting like a madman. He's painting some 28 mil World War IIs.
I sent him the link. I sent you the link. You could join us as well.
That's true. Mr. Toddy can, so can Mr. Bry Guy.
Yes, yeah. Yep. So.
Should he hop on here?
Just saying.
Well, I know Wardrobe is a busy man.
He is. He is. Besides our foreign correspondent, John, he is our most sophisticated and most sought-after individual of the group.
Accurate.
Did you ever listen to his business podcast?
Keeping the Lights On?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By Graybar, executive producer, the one, the only Toddy.
Mm-hmm.
Have I listened to it? Boy, howdy, I was the first subscriber.
Hey, I'm pretty goddamn sophisticated, too.
Well, we had
Arkansas. Shit, Jeffy's got sleeves on. He's in the running now. That's fair.
I'm sophisticated, too.
We had
I'm
Arkansas.
Say, you got to either have sleeves on or your teeth in. One of the two. No. Now you're dangerously approaching my territory. Let's not get ridiculous here.
Hey, he ain't kidding. He is not kidding.
He's not kidding, dude.
Y'all just be glad I don't have my brushstroke shorts on with the 3-inch scene.
Jeff is like fully diving into getting ready for Toddy and McMurray to come visit.
Yep.
Looks like Wardrobe might be coming on. He said, "Whoa, John is on. I'll get over all illness."
Hell
I'm
yeah!
gonna- We're gonna spend the whole time they're out here, other than the day we go to Gettysburg, clipping counters and painting minis.
Count me jealous.
Oh, there's something to make people jealous too. Hang on a minute. Let me get my camera going here. I finally,
Got dressed? No.
No.
Where your camera was off to start with.
I've done the exact opposite since the camera's been on. We've got the fantastic ships of the one, the only Tommy Foss in the house.
Nice.
So there's 4 packs and 6 ships. Or I'm sorry, 3 packs and 6 ships. So that's a cool one. 2 of them are the little Fustas. But even so, I keep forgetting that it does it on a mirror image. Ignore the 6mm everywhere. Although I did also prime up a couple of these bad boys.
Nice.
Oh, mate, what are those for?
Those are for Those are for. Oh God. All Final Martian Front. So,
Right.
taking inspiration from War of the Worlds.
Worlds. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I have the same packs. These are a Turkish. Oops, sorry. A Turkish and a Corsair galley. 2 Corsair. They're not Laberna. Laberna are the ancient galleots. That's what they are, galleots. And then, like I said, 2 Fusta. And I've got a similar force for 1 Maltese, 1 Papal galley, and then 2 Papal galleots as well. At some point in time, I'm going to have to get a small Venetian fleet so I can put the Galleass on the table, which is the colossal guy with the round tower at the front. But not yet. So I think I got 1 of these from Jay or 2 of these from Jay back in the day, and I painted them up. And then when I saw, again, the one, the only Tommy Foss's Guns, Galleys, and Gunboats? Glory. Galleys, Guns, and Glory rules mentioned in, I don't know how to unmirror image this, so sorry. It says Galleys, Guns, and Glory.
That's right.
But-
It's correct.
Oh, it is?
To us, it's correct.
So that's what you do with these miniature things when you're done painting them.
What?
You play with them.
Hell yeah. But long story short, these are delightful to paint. I kept the upper decks on the large galleys separate so that I can prime the bases or the bottom half of the ship in a tan brown, right? And get that done. And then I can prime the upper works that were traditionally far more colorfully painted in a brighter color, glue it on there, and save myself a fair amount of time and effort. And then again, figure that out, and then maybe make a video or something showing people how to do that quickly and easily. And yeah, but anyway, so long story short, I'll have a good number of those. I built these in like an hour and a half yesterday night after dealing with house stuff all day. So that was fun. We might get to priming those a bit later on here.
Now, keep in mind, I'm relearning how to paint. So
Yeah, dude, check out Link, dog, or the Zelda guy, or Zelda.
I'm relearning how to paint.
Looks good.
What did you do on that knee pad or on the shin guard things there, dude? Is that armor?
Yeah, and I'm trying to clean up because I used my Agrax Earthshade, and it was more than I wanted, so I'm going back in and
Holy shading.
trying
Yeah.
to clean that shit up.
Good gravy. All right, so Jeffy.
That's the biggest boob Zelda I've ever seen.
I didn't realize Zelda had. No, so somebody pointed this out to me. That is Zelda. You play as a different creature.
Link.
There you go.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, Link is generally the hero of Zelda stories.
What's up?
Oh, my World War II guys. Well, here's the one I'm working.
Hell yeah.
and I'm
So,
I'm using.
Hey, Chestnut.
I printed these things, so. But I got that one. I'm like I say, I'm relearning again. So, but here's the first two I did just kind of get me going. And I got to show some in case Mikey comes on here. I did these guys, and I still hate freaking basing. I really do. These were speed paints, and then I did.
Guys, Jeffy's painting, and he's painting 28s.
I haven't based yet.
Yeah.
I mean goblins from that thing that Mike sent me.
Yeah.
So I'll find it. Give me a couple weeks, and I'll find my forte in this. So that's about all I got. Oh no, I got this guy. One more guy. Hold on.
Chestnut,
This
happy to
was
contribute to
actually my
the.
first one, sorry.
Oh damn! Oh yeah, the fish dude. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So
Pretty sure I saw
What
him.
about you've got the link? You know how to get here.
Gosh, look at the painting on the Jeffrey, guys.
So old Chestnut's in the house says I'm here. Last time I said I wasn't going to start painting just the kids. Now I'm tacking minis on bottle caps and using special brush.
Yeah.
My life.
yeah, baby. I just got these in the mail today. These little things here, they're great.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the club, Chestnut.
This is wonderful.
Hey,
There's a
McMurray.
fabulous cartoon I'll try and share somewhere. I'll have to find it, but it shows it's like a dad on the door on the floor with his son playing with a couple of Star Wars figures, and his wife looks on. He says, "Don't worry, we've just got the core set." And the next scene, there's like the entire room is full of Star Wars gear. They're both kitted out in outfits. And it just says, "Mistakes were made."
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That happened to me and my dad with pocket models. I had like 2 sets, and he's like, "Well, I'll just go to the store and buy a couple dollar packs," and then chaos.
Yep.
Reese, did you have a question?
I
Or
did.
Yeah,
I
what's
was
up, dude?
curious if you knew any people that had good 132, 135, 54 millimeter scale cattle.
Cattle? You got a machine that goes burt, burt, burt.
Or STLs for that, but they got to be good for me.
STLs for cows?
Like, but not like modern cows, like 1800s cows are a little bit, less.
How are you
well
gonna fucking know the difference between a modern
Dude.
cow and an 1800s
Yeah, what are you going to
cow?
fucking ask
A
him
cow's
about
a
what
fucking
year it is?
cow.
Hey, cow, what year is it?
Moo.
There's certain breeds that were not in the area. Anyway,
Jesus. Remember that time that we all talked about rivet counters and how ridiculous they are? And now Reese
Yeah.
is talking about breeds
Which-
of fucking
He-
cattle?
Cow.
Does that make
fallen
Reese's
a long
butter
way.
counter?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Reese
Hey,
is a butter
I-
counter.
I-
Although if
I
they're
prefer-
cattle,
I
think
prefer
it might
mine
be a
about
nut
1,000
counter,
pounds
except
with
for
6
again.
nipples.
then you get back down and not all cattle have nuts. Jeez, this is rough, Reese. I don't know, buddy. I don't know if we can hang out anymore. You're confusing the shit out of me.
Y'all know I am a rivet counter on what I am a rivet counter on, and that is only my stuff. I don't care what you do, but if I'm going to do it, it's got to be right.
Reese goes, you guys can paint all the trash you want to. I don't care.
We got the mutt in the house.
Listen to this guy. Do you guys know that this guy paints with his pinky sticking out?
Who?
He's high class.
Reese, that's who.
I do.
I don't know. Sounds like it.
I
That's
probably
sure-
do. But
Sure sounds like it, man.
What's up, Johnny?
Oh, baby. There goes the neighborhood.
Uh,
The one, the
Yeah.
only mighty mini Warmutt, buddy.
can we fit any more people on this screen, or am I going to have to drop out and let Todd get in here?
Nah.
If Todd pops on, I'll bounce out because I gotta figure out work stuff in the morning. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Mr. Wardrobe, like you said, is a very in-demand individual.
No, I
yeah,
can
he
fit
is.
people on my screen.
Oh, that's right. Chris has the super ultra fancy stream. That's
Wardrobe
right.
and I are live tomorrow night.
Yeah, go check them out.
You guys finishing up GCACW?
Hope so.
Hell yeah!
So
Well,
Todd quit calling me a dumbass.
What?
I specifically need 54 millimeter Highland cows, but that's a different
What
story.
the fuck you need Highland cows for?
Don't
Oh,
worry
those
about
ones
it.
were in
Don't worry about it.
You didn't say.
I'm gonna
you were
say one
looking for
word.
Scotland.
Juanita.
Juanita, that's all you need to know.
Okay, so I've got a question for you, chipboard people. What are y'all's thoughts and opinions on Worthington's uh, Band of Brothers, Screaming Eagles /
Love it. Love it. I play the shit out of it.
Okay.
If you check my channel, you've probably seen the 4 videos I shot in the last 30 days, but we know how that goes.
I was about to say Todd had those and really liked them too, and I was really excited to play them. And then he sold them to Noble Knight.
All right.
I still got the whole set, and they got a new one. They just did a
Yeah,
new
they got an
front
Eastern
one.
Front one now.
Yeah, but I didn't buy it. $75, I couldn't see it. And I love
That's
these fronts, so that kind of sucks.
Jeffy, I think I am going for Panzer Grenadier. I'm going to give it a shot.
Well, I got that one box. I guess I could learn it too.
Yeah, well, that's the hope, is that I mention it, you learn it, and then you teach me when I'm out there.
I'm going to be teaching you all GBACW.
Dude, there's no, except for that's also kind of like teaching that kid in your class that ate the crayons, like trigonometry. So, I don't know. I'm not saying that Todd likes yellow the best, but
Charlie has come to say hi.
Chris, you would enjoy Band of Brothers. I know the reason why you're talking about it is because of Texas Arrows,
Yes.
and I have that. I haven't played a scenario in it yet because I haven't found one that dated right for me yet.
Nguye's in the house saying, "Hello, beautiful people. Hello, sir." There's our
what's up, Nguye?
there's our other Canuck. So,
But Murray, are you shaking an aerosol can right next to your microphone?
I'm actually like 5 to 10 feet away, but I'll move a little further.
shaking aerosol cans is what we call
Hey,
it.
John, you should
We
have
gotta
been in here.
do whippets to keep the
You should have been here
spirit up.
Sunday night when he fell asleep on live stream with me in a wardrobe.
Negatory, Pigpen, you're still too close. Back her off another 10.
Nice.
Man, here I am, enjoying these guys' company, having so much fun, dedicating my time when I am dog tired. And what do these schlubs do? Fucking make fun of me. You hear this nonsense, guys? You know, there's probably channels where people don't have to deal with this shit. I don't know what channels those are. I'd be over there, but
You haven't found them. You haven't found anywhere yet.
The problem is they probably wouldn't have you.
well, yeah, there's that too. But we're not going to get into all that.
I've got blisters on my miniature holding hand today, and I'm still out here painting. So
Reese, just because someone's going to answer your question, because you did ask nicely. Highland cows.
yes,
Go look on My Mini Factory. Type
Okay.
in Highland cow. There's 2 or 3 on there.
Thank you.
No way.
Yeah. I don't. I have no idea how to share my screen, but if I could, I'd show you. But yeah.
Well, since none of y'all will end up playing in this game in November or whenever I decide to put it on, there was an incident on the ranch that I work at in 1864.
And now you're going to be a proud father of some half cow, half
No,
man.
no. Christmas in 1864, there was a bushwhacker raid on the ranch, and they ran off the horse herd and killed a couple guys.
Oh, and they're going to be.
So I'm gonna put it on as a miniatures game. But for the past, for a while, we've had a particular cow on the ranch that is just an issue, and her name is Juanita.
Now that cow is a whole subscription.
Yeah.
Like Barney Fife's girlfriend, Juanita?
Yes,
Yes.
and she's named after Barney Fife's girlfriend, Juanita.
Oh, nice.
And,
Juanita.
she's a Highland cow with about a 4 foot, if not 5 foot horn span, who is so skilled with her horns she can take a bucket out of your hand and dump it on the ground and eat it and eat what the contents.
And you don't argue.
hold
You don't
on.
argue with a cow with 4-foot horns, presumably. If you
This
want to
cow
you let her do it.
had articulated antlers and could eat a goddamn bucket? Is this a cow or a goat?
Anyway, so
Stuff is
I
in the
am
bucket.
putting Juanita on the tabletop as an encounter in using like the can dash between terrain or whatever. She hits a terrain piece, she can pop up on any other terrain piece kind of thing as a hazard for all sides. So
Nice.
Juanita's not the one I ran over with the 4-wheeler, but I kind
Should
of
have
wish she
been.
was. Yeah, Juanita could have taken me. She would have put her
Yeah.
head down and shoved that 4-wheeler over. But anyway,
Hey, Mutt, is that the same as this?
Go.
You're not using apple barrel for
What?
the bases? What are you using?
I use the black. Yeah, I use the black for the side, and then I use the
Yeah, but is
What
that
is it,
apple
though?
barrel?
Adidas
Stylus?
acrylic. Same
Oh,
stuff
okay,
as
okay.
Apple Barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you Reese. Yeah.
Same
Yeah, it's
stuff.
same stuff.
it's just a little higher
Yeah,
price
same
because it's a
stuff.
Hobby Lobby.
Telemachus says, I thought it was McMurray AMSR. ASMR.
ASMR.
Yeah.
So there,
do that, sir.
back to the
Please
Battle
start
of Liver and
donating.
Gus.
Battle of Liver and Gus.
The name of the ranch is the Oliver Angus Ranch, and the brand is an OA. And on our gear, like on my shirt, yeah, that works too. If you take the brand off, it says Liver and Gus, which was a failure in marketing. But anyway, so it has been mistaken for Liver and Gus on multiple times. So somehow I'm working Liver and Gus on the tabletop. So.
Dude, that should be two of the characters. You
Should be
got
the Liver and
Liver
Gus
and
gang.
Gus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Liver and Gus, the cowhands who look after Juanita.
Yeah. There
Oh,
you go.
man.
I mean, that's dead
Take it.
simple.
Take a very tragic event and make it a comical tabletop game. That's me. So
Why not?
I love it.
McMurray, are you going to get the golden age of piracy from Compass Games?
One more time. Sorry, I was shaking.
The golden age of piracy from Compass Games?
Is that new?
Looks like it. Yeah, it is new.
Maybe, probably. I don't know. I had to box up a bunch of my games that will be boxed for a minute.
Oh,
But-
because of your maintenance?
Yeah. All of a sudden, without any change of anything, needing an occupancy permit because the city decided that apparently that's just a thing to do now. Whatever. Anyways, but that being said, there's still lots of them. I'm still going to try and do the monthly thing. That shouldn't be too big of a ridiculous thing. It just might be very short games for the next few months, as opposed to big campaign games.
Well, let us know
Right.
if there's anything we can do.
I mean, unless you really, really, really feel like, patching and painting walls, and
As long as it's not
I am
bad.
deathly afraid I'm going to have to de-popcorn a ceiling.
Ooh.
And I helped my buddy de-popcorn the ceilings at his place in exchange for the in perpetuity. All right, dude. Now, if I have to de-popcorn ceilings, you're coming with me and you're helping me. And then that selfish prick, his childhood cancer came back because I'm pretty sure he just really, 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 really didn't want to de-popcorn the ceiling, which is understandable. But maybe that was a little extreme. Needless to say, I got a bone to pick with Andy in a few decades. But no, I mean it's all stuff that is on that long-term list of okay, I got to do this, I got to do this. That now all of a sudden, I guess, is I really got to do this right now.
Right me out.
Most of it's just a pain 'cause it's an old house, so and the occupancy, whatchamacallit, the guidelines are all started in 2009. So someone was like, all right, hang on. What all out of this do I get grandfathered on?
That's really stupid.
It is really stupid, but whatever. Luckily, the building inspector is an incredibly reasonable person, thank God. Which was not what I was expecting. So that was a delightful surprise.
A polite building inspector. That's
incredibly
never happened before.
Incredibly, yeah, right, exactly. Like real reasonable, real understanding with, okay, well, I get that you guys are trying to do it. Outstanding, cool. How long do you think that might take? I don't know, 6 months or so. Okay, Well, why don't you call me then? I'm standing there like, wait, what?
Can we make it 9?
Yeah, well, no, it's just one of those like, okay,
Yeah.
I can absolutely do that. That's wonderful. Thank you, sir. So big ups to the city of Brentwood for that. But yeah. All right, I'm going to shake again real quick. I'll be right back. But I might look at that Pirate game. Jeff, can you send me a link?
Go to Compass Games. Best I can do for you. It was a Facebook post. I mean, because we know I'm not going to buy it, so. We're going to have Stigler's game in our hands before the boys get out here. They are going to learn.
I'm hoping to have another game in my hands before I get out to you, but we'll see. I'm not entirely sure that one's as close to being done as Stigler. I think you're going to be really excited about that one, Jeffy. But yeah. Now I'm sad Todd's not on here. He knows what I'm talking about. All right, so for these Turkish / Muslim ships for Lepanto era, I'm doing their upper works in green.
Well,
And I haven't quite decided on the Venetian and all the others. I still need to figure that out. I'm pumped. I've wanted a bunch of these for a long time, had a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then they've been one of those projects that are like, okay, this is obviously going to happen. Tommy's the man. I've never played with rules, but these models are super fun. But for the longest time, it was a toss-up between this and the rabbits. And then I painted up like 80 of the damn rabbits over the last few years. And decided, you know what, let's do the boats, man.
Oh, speaking of, hey, Chris, they finally. Oh, he's not there.
Yeah, Chris will be back shortly.
That's
They
why it's gone
shipped
quiet.
my lock and load package.
I did play Tank on Tank. That was super fun, Jeffy.
Sweet.
At first, I thought I was doing something wrong. And I was like, no, they just made it really, really playable.
It is. It's yeah. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want that, I think that might. I got to play mine yet. I haven't done it yet, but that might be a good qualifier for a great intro game to Hex Encounter.
Oh, absolutely. It plays
Which one?
differently than a lot of Hex Encounter games in terms of it doesn't have like a CRT or anything.
Right.
But it certainly is like it's a great, especially if you're talking to miniature people. It's a very, very good go between miniatures games and Hex Encounter.
Which one did you do? Eastern or Western?
I did Western.
Western. Okay.
I
To
have
be honest
Eastern. I
with
don't
you-
have Western.
to be
Chris,
honest-
they shipped. Well, I got my lock and load shipping notice today.
Oh, absolutely.
The only reason I have Eastern Front Tank on Tank is because when you bought the two of them, instead of
Yeah.
getting one of them for $50, you got two of them for $60.
That's a hell of a deal.
So the second game for $10 was one of those. Okay, I'll take Eastern for $10.
All right, McMurray, check out this link here in
Oh, there you go.
it's the golden
got a
age
compass.
of piracy.
I've got a Compass game for Jeffrey. In fact, I need to get this box sent out, Jeff. I think when Toddy and I play.
Yeah, well, if Todd wants me to clip something, he needs to get it. Y'all need to get it in that box and send it to him.
Well, that's the thing, is that this box is not quite big enough to fit 2 stacks of bookcase games. So we'll see what Toddy's got hanging out of the house. And once we play, because we're playing on Saturday.
Saturday and
So-
Sunday, probably.
Yeah, probably. Well, hopefully if it's Saturday, I think we're playing during the day, so we should have more than enough time to get a game done.
Oh, you mean you guys out there?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We're playing another test play for
I was talking about when y'all get out here.
oh yeah, sorry, yeah, no. Yeah. Like as in a couple days from now we're playing. get another test play for some additional rules in. Oh geez, what is it? Iron Cross.
Well, guys,
Because
I think
they're
I'm gonna have to bounce tonight.
All right, buddy.
later, Reese. Talk
I've
to you
got-
soon, buddy. Be
I've
good.
got 2 horseback days ahead of me, and I know the rest I can get. So
Horse pack days.
yeah. So
Hey, good luck, bud.
yeah, it'll be all right. So
Don't get
Take care,
eaten by
buddy.
them
Thanks for
gigantic
dropping in.
creatures.
yeah,
Take care, Reese.
shipping day tomorrow and sorting day on Friday. So
You get to go on a ship.
no, we're
Oh.
shipping cattle. So
Get some, buddy.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Good to catch up
Yeah.
again, Reese. Take care.
Have a
Good
good
to see you, Reese.
You buddy.
But yeah, should be fun. We're playing. There are not like close combat rules per se in Iron Cross.
Oh, speaking of games, what are you gonna obviously because of what's going on, you're done with February. I need to get that lock and load game done. What do you have any plans for what you're gonna play for March? Have you looked?
I do. So again, they signed the Treaty of Paris to end the 7 Years' War.
Right.
I think I'm gonna play this operational French and Indian thing and see if I can beat them to be
Okay.
done before March.
Awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I realized that. Oh, well, see, the issue is there's some good blind swords.
Yeah, I know. You know what we should have done is we should have, instead of what I'm doing, because you already know what I'm doing. I'm not gonna say it on here, but we should have taken Thunder in the Ozarks, and one of us played the Elkhorn Tavern, and one of us played.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
yeah, it happens. That's fine. Well, I'm 100% sure we're gonna have more to do with that.
Well, you have a smaller P Ridge, don't you?
I have the. I don't remember if I actually owned the Decision Games one or if somebody let me borrow the Decision.
Well, there's
Games.
two of them. I think I sent you the GBACW version, but I think you have the lightweight folio one.
I think I do. That I mentioned this on one of Brian's videos. The lightweight musket and saber system. I don't know if they came out with that one first and then made the full blown musket and saber system or what, but the lightweight version is so much more fun to play. And I'm not just saying that because it's simpler. Like, I don't know. It just there's something weird about that system, the full system, that was just bugging me.
Right. John,
Trying
are
to
you
play
wet blending
P-Ridge.
that? John, is that
Right.
a wet blend?
No, it's just individual colours at the moment. I don't do wet blends. I haven't learned how to do that yet.
Okay.
It's just
Oh, okay. I see now. Yeah.
yeah.
Jeff
yeah.
will teach us in a month or so.
Yeah, it's one of those skills I really ought to master. I can do it in tiny little areas.
I'm trying to learn this stippling highlight technique that I see a lot of people doing. It's painfully slow, but it looks so much easier.
Yeah, but it's time to learn skills versus time painting. It's time to learn it and then practice it.
Right.
I'm trying to think if I've got the. Yeah, I did a little bit on one mini. I did manage to get a little bit of blending in, but it's just I find it really difficult. I just end up with lots of different colours, and I've watched the videos, and what I actually need is someone to sit down with me and just go, right, John, have a go at this. No, make that brush wetter, make that brush lighter, whatever it might be,
Yeah.
to get it right.
I haven't mastered how these guys keep their wet palettes. So, I mean, my paints will stay wet. I got enough water in there, but I never get that shit right.
I've found wet palettes to be they work with some paints and not with others. So if I'm using army painter stuff, I'll go with a wet palette every time. For the toothing coat stuff I'm using now, I tend to use a tiny bit of water because I find on a wet palette the paints separate really quickly.
Right.
Within half an hour, whereas an army painter stuff will just sit there for days, quite happily. Other stuff. So I mean, I'm not saying one's bad or one's good. It just I tend to find you check the paints with the wet palette rather than blaming the wet palette, as it were. Some seem
Right.
to like it better than others.
Well, I won't put my speed paints on a wet palette, but my regular Vallejo and Army Painter Fanatic stuff, I will.
Yeah. It's skills I'd like to learn. I've got a friend who she's a competition winning painter. She's absolutely superb, but she's for various personal reasons she's had to stop painting at the moment. It's a shame because she was going to teach me how to do these things. But yeah, I'll get along to a class. There was actually some classes at this show at the weekend. Unfortunately, I was a little bit too slow and I didn't manage to book up a slot with it. So, but I'm working a stand at Salute, which is Salute's probably the biggest
Oh
board game
damn!
show in the UK. I mean, it's
It's-
nothing compared to some of the ones you have over there in the US, but it's a one day in London.
Yeah.
And I'm working a stand there, helping out. Well, we mentioned brand names, Two Thin Coats Paint. I'm working on their stand. And
Oh,
Duncan,
is it Duncan Rhodes' paint line?
yeah, that's his paint line. Yeah. So yeah, that's the one. So I'm working, and he will be there. So given I'm working on his stand, I'm sure he'll be hobnobbing with everyone and saying hello to everyone. But I'm going to say, if I get 5 minutes, like Duncan, right, wet blending, give me a primer on it, please.
That dude can paint. God, he can paint.
Yeah, he can paint, and he can show people how to paint.
How about another guy that I watch from over there a lot of is Artis Opus.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of really good painters out there, and that's one of the things I do like about this hobby is that of all the I've had a chance to speak to a couple of really high-end painters. Some who've just stopped trying to enter competitions because they keep winning. But they're all. If you ask them how to do something, they're all thoroughly nice and will spend time to take you through it. It's not like, oh, this is my secret. You can't look at this. This is my secret skill or whatever. They're like, no, this is exactly how you do it. You do that with that brush, use that brain, and they'll just spend hours with you if they can, telling you how to do it. And that's what I love about it.
Do you guys remember the time that Wapple just referred to the golden demon shelf?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
remember that day? And we're all sitting here like, hey, whoa, fucking rewind a little bit here, Jimmy. What the fuck did you just say?
Yeah. Well, he's one of those. Yeah. He's just phenomenal. But
Same
again,
thing.
I've had opportunities to speak to him a couple of times, and he's thoroughly nice. He couldn't be more helpful or pleasant if he tried. And
Correct.
I'm sure there are grumpy painters out there, but I've not bumped into any of them.
Absolutely fantastic. Excuse me. Big fan.
Mikey.
Mike. Oh man, yeah. Show Mike the.
I did. I put the little goblins up there real quick. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm learning a lot using the minis you sent me there, Mikey.
Man, Mike does some killer giveaways, man. I'll tell you what. I got some books from Mike. I don't remember when we were playing. You remember that when Todd and I were playing It Never Snows? Mike had a giveaway thing, and we each managed to win something standing in my garage. And it was like you told a little, party full of kids at Chuck E. Cheese that they get an extra pizza and an order of mozzarella sticks. It was like the best day ever. We were thoroughly losing our shit. We were so happy.
Nice.
But, man, Harrington's on, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, if
The
you would have
big-
it at a more sensible time.
The bigwig himself. I was about to say, what time is it over there, buddy? Like 3:30 in the morning?
It's 3:30. Yeah. My sleep pattern is completely messed up at the moment with work, traveling around. My partner moved in back in November, which is lovely, but she does shift work, so I get sort of sometimes I'm like wake up at odd times and just go, you know what, it's 5 a.m. I might as well just get up now. So yeah, I was in bed early last night after a day, so I thought, you know what, I need to get on with it. So this needs to be painted and on the board by Saturday morning first thing. So I'll get some paint to get some hours in. Well, I might as well see if you're up and have a chat. So have an early start, go for it.
Hell yeah. What a guy.
But it was good to catch up.
A guy.
It's never so good watching it on YouTube afterwards. That's the thing. It's always nice to do it when you're actually there and can interact with people rather than, so that's what Chris said 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
I'd love to disagree with him, but I can't.
Yeah. I got a real smart ass reply to that, but
but he's
been
fast asleep.
for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was ever thus,
You
isn't
can
it?
always leave the comment.
That's true. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I do need to give, since John's here, we mentioned the VT Fuse. That was actually a British invention of sorts for the technology. America was just like, cool, we're going to make a shitload of them.
What was that?
The VT shoes.
Oh yeah.
You know, when America's like, haha, you guys are having problems equipping all of your capital ships with radar. We're going to put them into things to shoot at you.
Right.
Yes. America. Again.
We're going to
America
make
stealing
them
British good old
expendable.
Yeah, again, also the UK. But yeah. Hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah, when we say America, referring to World War II, we include the Brits.
For most things. Not all things. Most things.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Safety for your tankers, not so much. Helmets are really cool, man. Helmets are super cool. When you're rattling around in an early thingy made out of steel that routinely gets other things made out of steel smashed into it and doesn't really have what most people would call a suspension, helmets are probably a good call, man. Berets look awesome when you're standing out of the hatch, but damn,
Yeah.
they're helpful. But nah. John, that's coming on super well. Look at that dress, guys.
Mike says next
Dress
giveaway when I reach 1,000 subscribers or I have 666 videos posted, whichever comes first.
Well, to avoid the satanic stuff, let's all go double check and make sure we're subscribed to Meandering Mike. You know,
Right? Yeah. Hey, if all of us make what? He needs how many more?
57. So everybody streaming
57?
now needs to make 12 drone accounts.
No, we have 11. We have 11 online. So if everybody
Oh,
does
okay.
6, we'll get them over the hump.
There you go.
Go make up 6 ghost
Also-
accounts.
You know, everybody knows how this works. If like 4 or 5 people go over there and sub one day, it'll bump his stuff up on algorithms and it all goes in spurts, you know. Okay,
No, they're
Mike
not
is
fake accounts. They're
specifically
real
requesting-
accounts. They're real people. It's just,
Same
one
real-
for each of my
same real
personalities.
It's just all, yeah, exactly. It's just all of our personalities. It's like how Wardrobe, as Wardrobe plays World War II, Wardrobe plays sports, and then the ping pong channel.
Yeah, the ping pong channel.
With his video that's probably got well over 75,000 views by now.
Right.
I'm
Well, the
scared to
problem,
ask.
Ningue's got a great idea. He says, no, get friends to do it. The problem is, these
Hey, Jeff,
assholes
can you
are
go
my
subscribe to
friends.
Mike?
Mandarin Mike,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already am subscribed to him.
Well, Mike, I can't help you now, Nangway. See, we got, like, it's all.
Okay, everybody, Charles needs 2 for 200. Head on
There you
over.
go.
Oh wow.
If you are not subscribed to one Mr. Charles Latora, go subscribe right now. Let's get him over 200 right now. Make it happen.
Chucky!
I would if I could, but I'm already there, sir. I'm already there. I want to enlarge in Mr. John here. See how he's going.
Yeah,
That
slowly,
looks
slowly,
very
slowly.
good.
Oh, Jesus,
What
this is-
what color hair are you gonna go? Just like white blonde?
Something ridiculous. I'm trying to work out. I need to get my colours. Work out what goes almost not so well, so it stands out with.
So like
Red's yellow.
like a fuchsia or a chartreuse.
If I knew what colour chartreuse was, I might agree with you.
Crazy ass green.
I'm
Oh,
a man, Chris. I see in windows of 16 colours original only. You know, teal is not a colour.
Hell
Which
yeah. Sounds
is
amazing.
that scale 75 paints there? The yellow, the red, and the orange. What are those?
No, it's all tooth and coats. Because I've worked for them, I was lucky enough to get given the Wave 1 and Wave 2, the 180 set.
Wow. How good are they? Well, you must like them because you're using them.
Yeah, no, I do like. I like them. I've been an army painter guy originally, as acrylics plus a few other ones. But then I was given these, and the beauty is, I just want to show this around here. I was able to get them stacked up properly, so I've got all of them set out in the color order.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And yes, the space for Wave 3, which I'll be picking up in April, hopefully. Although I might have to pay for those. And so yeah, I just find them they work well. They blend as much as they go nicely together. They go on easy. They don't dry out too quickly on a tile. Yeah, I mean I just like them as paints.
Nice.
And yeah, because they come in. I know you can try. It's fairly easy to organise my old paints. I'm just doing it in a colour, but because they come like that and I've got them in a rack, it's just I can go. Just take the colour I need. Or I need something slightly darker. Just take the one to the left of it, sort of thing. It works nicely for me. So yeah, I'm getting there. But yeah, so the hair color, yes, probably. Yeah, it's going to have to be either a bright blue or a bright green, I think, to really stand out. I mean, that's one of the beauties of this figure is I can absolutely go to town on the colors because nothing is wrong. The brighter the better. The ones I've got on my board are sort of yellows and some reds, but I've got that in the dress. Or I'll probably go maybe like a turquoise. Ray gun's quite a nice one. Something like that. But yeah, speed is of the essence. So this I need this. I've still got to work tomorrow. Or hang on, where are we? Today and Friday. But yeah, a bit of time in the time like this to get some paint down and get them mounted on the board, and yeah, then do the scary airbrushing on it to sort of on that little theatre stand to make it look as if there's patches that aren't lit by spotlights. And that's what's worrying me because there's no coming back from that, at least not in the time I have between now and Saturday. When I do that, it's done. So I think I'm going to take a couple of pictures of it, print it out on a bit of paper and practice on the paper first before I do it on the thing. Because that's where I'm slightly nervous. It's always something. I don't know if you find it when you're painting. There's always something when I'm painting. If it's for when I've got a specific time period to do it in, there's always something I have to do that's scary. It can be a new technique. It's like I've got to do it, and I leave it, and I don't want to leave it until the very end because if it goes wrong, I haven't got time to recover. But I don't want to do it at the start because I'm not confident enough. I don't. Maybe it's just me, but there's always something I find scary when I'm painting.
Big time.
So I just checked over on Charles's channel, and he's at 200.
Yay!
Hey,
Chris.
So congratulations, Charles.
Charles, what's the giveaway then?
what a guy.
Yeah, what's the
What's he
giveaway?
giving away?
I guess a giveaway for you. Don't bet on the horses.
Yeah.
And stay away from Highlands cows.
Don't squat with your spurs on.
Exactly.
Man who goes to bed with stinky bum or itchy bum wakes up with stinky thumb. There's some free life advice for you, Chris.
So the other things that I've been doing is my other favorite hobby, and that is Lego. And
Good.
I had quite a bit of that recently.
Yeah.
So
you get bonus points for calling it Lego. Well done.
well, because that's its name. It's Lego.
Yeah, it is. But you would. I'm sorry. I do know an awful lot of people on that
yeah.
side of the pond. I'm not even going to
yeah.
say it because it makes me spitting
Yeah,
angry.
It
Singular,
makes
not
my
plural.
It makes my ears hurt.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
So I
What
got
did you order, Chuck?
the Tantive 4.
Nice.
A couple of features on it that I really dig is if you'll notice here on the bottom,
Yeah.
one you've got
One of them's
4
missing.
Yeah, one of them's missing.
Yeah. What you need to do, Chris, you need to show us coming in from above the camera as if it was the first shot.
And then also they took the time to figure out if they had different color engine pods on them.
Okay.
So then another one that I've recently done, of course, is everybody's favorite YT-1300. The Millennium Falcon, and it's the correct Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
With the round dish, and the guns.
Yeah.
It's a fun little one to put together. Now, the first one of this style that I did put together was Darth Vader's executor, depending on how you want to And it's got the little um, ISD
Yeah,
Imperial Star Destroyer.
come in company. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Um,
I've got a good friend of mine who's got the Millennium Falcon, I don't know what it's called, this legendary one, the one that comes in at about 3 feet across.
yeah, the big one.
Big one. He's had that for at least 10 years, still in its box, because his
How?
wife has told him, you can make it when you work out where we're going to put it afterwards, and he hasn't worked that out yet. So he hasn't made it. I think
I would
he was
have.
going to design a coffee table, but she pointed out, if you build a coffee table and put it in that, we're not going to have anywhere to put our feet on the floor in the front room. So it would be so big.
But I also, being a fan of F1, I've also done some. I did the 2000. I think this is the 2023 Mercedes.
Okay, yeah,
I've
nice.
got the McLaren somewhere around here. I don't know where I put it.
Alrighty, gents, it's about that time for the old McMurray. It's going to be
All right.
another early one and another long one.
All right.
Okay,
We will talk to
Take
you
care,
guys
buddy.
soon. It's always good to
Take it
see you.
easy.
Good to see you, John. Good to see you, Brian, Chris. Oh, Jeffy stepped away, but good to see you too, Jeffy. We'll talk to you
Okay.
later, Paulie. Bye, guys.
cheers.
See ya.
And I've always wanted a Lamborghini growing up.
Yeah, you got the green Hurricane. Yeah,
Yeah. With the pop-up hood, the doors
Bonnet.
that open.
yeah.
The pistons actually run inside.
Cool. If you're into, I don't know if you're an F1 fan, Chris, but
Oh yeah.
there's a great podcast running at the moment on the BBC, Back to the Office. So it's following. They got access to the Aston Martin and McLaren team bases, and
Oh,
they're
nice.
following them at the back end of the last season. And it's really nicely done actually. It's they got some real good access and chatting to people as the season was coming to what obviously turned out to be quite a good climax.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's called Back to the Office. It's on if you're on the BBC iPlayer. You may need to VPN to get to it, but yeah,
I'm sure it's on Apple.
yeah, it is. Yeah. I think it's on their
Yeah.
F1 Checkered Flag podcast, or it might be, but it's called It's called Back to the Office. But it's a fascinating listen actually.
Yeah.
Talking to the teams as things are happening.
It's cool. Yeah, I was when I started really watching and following F1 is the first year of the Austin Grand Prix. And I'd been watching Top Gear
Yeah,
quite a bit, and I had watched several of the episodes that had F1 drivers in a reasonably priced car.
yeah.
And I really liked Sebastian Vettel, so when I started watching, he's the guy I started rooting for.
Yeah.
And then of course he retired, and I was like, who do I go for now? Well, I went with Ricardo,
Yeah.
and then he retired.
Yeah.
Retired.
Mhm.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail.
See you, buddy. Take care. Thanks for
See
dropping
ya.
in, man.
John, it's nice seeing you, man.
Pleasure.
Take it
Good to
easy,
catch up
Chris.
again.
So, yeah, I was surprised how last year turned out. With I thought Red Bull was gonna walk away with it again.
Yeah, they imploded spectacularly. So I know we
Yeah.
are drifting way off miniature painting here, but yeah,
That's okay.
I think those the not the off screen, but the behind the scenes issues I think impacted them a lot more than they thought.
Yeah,
There's obviously stuff going on behind the scenes. I mean, Adrian Newey walking away, bloody hell.
yeah, that was huge. That was huge.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
But,
Aston Martin, I suspect, will be heading up the grid in the next 2 seasons quite far. You know, when you've got
I
the
hope
best
so.
F1 designer by something in your
Oh, yeah.
pocket, it's like, yeah, you're going to do better than you did last year. Well, maybe in 2 seasons' time when they.
Yeah. Well, and then in 2026, you got Cadillac coming in.
Yeah, but whose engines are they using to start with? They're using someone else's engine to start with, aren't they? When they get themselves going, I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
So,
But
I
yeah.
understand that Cadillac failed last weekend, didn't they? Was it last
haven't-
weekend?
there was some. They're all doing a little bit of testing at the moment, but I get bored with the testing. It doesn't really mean anything. It's like, it's a car. Well
Yeah.
done. You can,
Oh, hey,
But,
you did something with a car that we don't know anything, or that we all know everything about, because you haven't announced your cars yet.
yeah.
My buddy in the office, he's a big Sebring and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about a week ago or 2 weeks, I think Porsche cleaned up. Cadillac didn't even finish.
Oh, yeah, for the world sports car racing.
Yeah.
But those are fun. I don't like oval racing. I don't like NASCAR. I'm not a big fan of IndyCar either, because it's just, oh look, they're making a left-hand turn.
Yeah. I mean, there's still. I'm going to give credit. There is skill involved.
Oh no, absolutely. But it's
Absolutely.
just,
But yeah.
it's not as exciting to me.
No.
So, well, I think we are going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night.
Okay.
Pass out.
I actually did get some painting done tonight. I know it doesn't look like it, but I got the hull on my midway painted and the deck painted.
Excellent.
I need
Yeah.
to do some touch up. I need to do the gangway around the deck. I got to get that done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out, I'm not going to make a decal, but what I'm going to do is make a stencil.
Yeah.
Like I did on my Japanese carrier. Right here. I made that stencil to get the lines on there.
Oh right. What, 3D printed it?
Well, no,
Okay.
I've got a Cricut
Okay.
Mylar
Yeah.
cutter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna make templates
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
dab paint in. So yep. So that's gonna be the thing. And the reason I'm doing midway in this scheme is this is how she was floating in 1972 when my stepdad was aboard her during Vietnam.
Okay.
So, and then I need to paint up Missouri in her paint scheme, and the same thing with Texas and Arkansas. I'm not gonna have a huge collection of 1/1200 scale ships because, well, shit, they're so damn big. But I'm gonna get one more carrier. That's gonna be an Essex class long haul, and that's gonna be CV-21 USS Boxer, which is the carrier my father-in-law served on during Korea.
Okay.
So, all right, well, guys, John, thank you so much for joining us. Anytime you decide that you want to be awake and you want to join us, by all means, the link will be there. You can just join us whenever.
Thank you very much. Yes, I
So,
would.
no need to ask. Just hop on and let us be
Good chit
surprised.
chatting with you, John.
So,
Yeah, great to speak to you guys. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
I've got some paint down. This is a good start. Good
Good.
start to the day.
good. So, Jeffy, thanks for hopping on, buddy.
Sure.
Take care.
Get that World of War played.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping maybe this weekend when the weather's crappy, I can sit down with Don and say, "Hey, let's figure this out." So, all right, guys, and as always, until next time, we will see you on the flip side.
Bye.